Good morning, everybody. Well, not that windy, to be honest. If I look across there, the sea doesn't look too big either. I'll come down to have a look at the mouth, and you can see still overcast, gloomy day. And I'm going to see what is going on at the mouth. So a quick stop here on the boardwalk where bridge goes over the top, and you can see the water is flowing out slowly. Nice and clean though. Obviously not that much flow coming down now from the rivers, and you can see the reeds are starting to grow again and thrive. I think it has also to do with a lot of the sediment that is making them nice and healthy. It's a sad situation, but it is what it is. Just riding up now to the Pinnacle. See, the tide is dropping as I go through. You can hear the wind now. As I say, the wind is not as strong as the weatherman predicted, and neither is the surf as big as they predicted. I think the energy is high, but it's not massive. I was expecting a lot more, but just riding around, folks can see what's going on. So as I get here to the Pinnacle, you can see it's a lot wider here, but as it goes down to where it exits into the sea, it's narrowed quite considerably. But I'm sure tonight on the high tide, being springs, it'll wash over the top here. And, riding against the wind, so I'm sure it's a lot of noise in the mic, but just bear with me, I can't change that unfortunately. You can see a lot of the stuff is burnt as the fishermen have left their fires going, and so it has spread, and it's cleaning up all the debris quite nicely, to be honest. You can see this little bay here. It's got a lot smaller than it used to be in the old days. Went right up towards the coastline there, if I can use that term. And tide is dropping, like I said. But the flow is still quite strong, which is great to see. And there you can see the line in the middle where the two currents join, and then if I just scan back, this is what it looks like back towards the ocean. Still a lot of storm clouds out there. Sometimes you're at the right place at the right time. If I'm correct, I think this is Twiggy Baker, and it looks like him and his crew have heard about the big surf, and they're going to take the jet ski and go across to Mapelan and see if they can find some of those big waves. Remember, he is 3 times world champion of big wave surfing. Yeah, so these big conditions do favor some people, and Twiggy Baker is one of them. He will be loving these conditions. So the jet ski and the surfboard are out, and they're going to head across to Mapelan and do some big wave surfing. Like I say, these conditions favor some people, and he is one of them. And obviously these big conditions don't scare them at all. Dealt with it many times. Oh, now the surfers right on top of each other. Yo! I tell you what, these guys know what they're doing. You can see the sled. I don't know what term is for it, but behind the ski, which will then, once he's ridden the wave, he comes back in again, gets picked up by the jet ski and goes out again. Tricky conditions, that's for sure. But they'll zigzag their way through. And like I say, I'm sure these conditions don't scare them at all. He's quite a far away from me now. There you go. Yeah, and the bigger the better for these guys. He's through the back. Sadly, I don't think I'll be able to get any of the footage of them actually surfing the waves because they'll be at my palan. Off they go. That's it. Not a problem for them. Twiggy just arriving back to fetch Alan. Had a nice long chat with him. Excited they are. Onto the sled and then onto the back with a board. Right, so these guys are not scared of the waves. They want them big. There we go, got a bit of a wave there. A bit cloudy now, so hopefully we can capture them still. The Twiggy arrived here with a big smile on his face, so I'm sure that there's a big wave at my palan, so they're super excited. And Alan was telling me that he chases the waves all over the country. The speed of that jet ski. Oh. And these guys can read the wave, that's for sure. And obviously they're not scared to get wet. As I say, most people won't even attempt this. And please don't do this at home, as they say. This is a specialist, top of their game. Oh, he disappeared right behind the wave there. I don't even know where they are anymore. There we go, still got them. They're so far away. Zoom to the max. Looks like he came back again, double back. Yeah, I got him. Trying to hold the camera steady too now with the wind blowing. He's struggling now a little bit. Just a little black spot in all the foam. Looks like he's got the gap. Oh, love it with all the white foam. Looks like he's out now. I don't see him anymore. There he is. Yeah, I think he's gone. Got some crazy fishermen, but they did get a cob this morning, so they're not so crazy. But the rain is coming. You can see that weather there. Merso. No, lelike byt gehad. Yo. That thing's a monster. Yo. Let's see if I can get it again. You see not a lot of this water, even although it's big, the sea and the energy is high, but not a lot of it is getting into the lake, and it's because of the sandbank that has developed. You can see it here. There's a rainbow in the background, but this sandbank is breaking the speed of the waves and the power, and so they're not getting in to the lake system, which is sad, because with this energy, I'll tell you what, there would have been a lot of salt water getting into the lake system. But unfortunately, as you can see, it's not happening. And that's nature for you. That is what it is, eh? Well folks, until the next video, be safe everybody.